I didn't want to make this video too long, but I feel like this video is going to help somebody. I don't give a fuck if it's too long and your attention span is only for 2 seconds. Bye, scroll. But this story that I'm about to tell is for somebody. Like, this story is for you. And I just wanted to share it with you because there's somebody out there right now. Somebody's going to watch this and be like, and going to leave. They're going to leave a relationship. They're going to leave a financial opportunity. They're going to leave home. They're going to leave school. They're going to leave and they're going to move with faith and they're going to make everything that they want possible. Peace, guys. First of all, I want to say shout out to my homie Swaggy C for inspiring me to make this video. I remember, like, you know, when I was super locked in, you know, really trying to figure this trading shit out, he used to always hop on, you know, his cell phone and just drive around Dorado Beach and just record himself driving on a golf cart and just be spitting gems.
It's consistency. It's not these big home runs. I always thought, like, not with trading per se, but like just with business and things of nature, that like these big home runs, these big things, and it's never that. It's just being consistent, hitting singles every single day, and then eventually one of those singles will be a massive grand slam.
And I just felt inspired to do something. So I'm currently on a golf cart right now. But pretty much what I'm going to be talking about in this video is literally like not giving up. Like really moving with faith and having trust in whatever it is that you're striving to do, right? All right, so pretty much I'm not going to make this video too long. But I want to just say, like, you know, back in 2023, right, I got presented with the opportunity to work at a prison. Now, the financial opportunity I was working at before I left to go to the prison, I was a health and fitness coach for after school program, which was super dope. For those who don't know, I love kids. You know, I'm a big kid myself. So the fact that I had an opportunity to go work with a group of kids, and the hours were only 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. That Monday through Friday, weekends off. Like, it was literally like a dream job, you know what I'm saying? But they just wasn't paying me enough. Like, I felt like I was living paycheck to paycheck, like literally. And so like that was the reason why, like, I decided to like walk away and take the opportunity to work at the prison. Now the only thing that was on my mind when it came to me working at the prison was one thing, and that was just to make money. That's it. It wasn't because I wanted to make a career out of it. It wasn't because it was something that I dreamt of doing my entire life. And no, it was just because you can work unlimited overtime, make as much money as you want. There were officers there literally making $100K for the year, literally like $100K for the year. But the catch to it was they lived in the prison. Like, they worked damn near almost every day. They was working every day. And when I started, at first that sounded intriguing to me, because coming from where I come from, like I didn't have to, like, coming from where I come from, working was never an issue for me. Never. Like, I fucking used to work 2 jobs at once. I used to get off for one financial opportunity and go to another one, literally running on like 4 hours of sleep, right? Just trying to get to the bag. So working has never been an issue for me. Like, at first I'm like, yeah, like, that shit sound fire. Like, unlimited overtime, I can make as much money as I want. I can make $5,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month. Word? Bet. Sign me up. So I went through the process, whatever. But I realized that I started to feel weird. Like, every time I stepped foot into that prison, it got worse. Every single fucking time. Like, I think I was on time maybe one time, and that was my first day of training, like actually working within the prison. I was on time one time after I finished school and shit, right? And every other time after that, I was fucking late. Every time, because I didn't want to be there. Like, I literally hated what I was doing, right? So I remember my first month in, I was telling my lady, I was like, babe, like, I want to leave. Like, I'm not happy doing this shit. I want to leave. Like, I don't want to do this shit no more. Like, I explained to her why. In the process, I was applying for security jobs, because most of my background when it comes to working is in security. I did security for damn near 6 years in Jersey. And I did security in California when I lived over there too. So I was like, yeah, babe, like I want to leave, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, you know, just think about it, like give it some time, you know what I'm saying, da-da-da. Like, you know, we got financial responsibilities, like, you get what I'm trying to say? And I get where she was coming from, because before me and her started working back 9 to 5s again, we literally struggled literally for like 3 years of us living in North Carolina. This will make our 4th year. So the 3 years we've been living there, we had eviction notices after eviction notices. There were times where our refrigerator was completely empty. We had no food. There were times where they cut our lights off. Like, literally had to buy jugs of water so we could drink. I bought charcoal, and I bought the gas so that if we had to cook, we could cook on the grill. Just literally making it work, you know what I'm saying? And so I get, you know, why she was saying, like, you know, no, just stick it out. So I was like, okay, cool, you know, I want to make my lady happy. And again, like, whenever those paychecks used to hit my bank account, it was just like, it was fire, because like I've never seen this much money in my life besides when I used to file my taxes. I decided to say, suck it up. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make the most of it. And while all this is happening, right, before I started working at the prison, I was going to the gym literally 6 days a week, going to the gym, fasting 3 days. Like, when I talk about my eating habits healthy, like I had a very healthy routine going for myself, and all that shit went out the window when I started working at the prison. All of it, because like I said, I started to feel weird, mentally, spiritually, physically. I just started to feel so fucking drained, right? And I'm like, I'm pushing all that to the back burner, because I'm trying to focus on the big picture, which is the fact that I'm making bank, right? So stick it out for another month, and then I started calling out. I called out, and then I seen how my body would react whenever I would call out, whenever I would not show up and work, go and show up to work. I seen how my body would feel, and I felt relieved. I felt like I could fucking breathe, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? Let me sit my babe down again. So I sat her down again. I'm gonna drive past this part real quick. I sat my babe down again, and I'm like, yo, babe, for real, like, I'm leaving. Like, I can't do this shit no more. I can't take it. I can't take this shit no more. And I told her, like, we weighed out the pros and the cons, whatever, and then we didn't get into an argument, but we got into like a disagreement, because in that moment when I had my mind made up, she was like, why do you want to leave, da-da-da, like, and then mind you, like, when I decided to stay, the first time when I decided to stay, after that, we had bought a brand new car, literally like a 19,000 miles, like a brand new car. So that added more financial responsibility onto us. So with that, on top of what we went through, she was just like, why do you want to leave? Like, just stay, like, stick it out, like, until you find something. Like, living in fear, pretty much. Like, she wasn't doing it on purpose. It was literally like her having a moment of living in fear, and I get it, because I would have felt the same way. So I didn't like really judge her for it, and I kind of got frustrated, right? So instead of arguing with her, yelling at her, screaming at her, I'm like, you know what? I walked away. I went to go take a drive. I took a drive around, you know, my neighborhood, and left her alone. I needed some space to myself, and you know, came back maybe like 20 minutes later, and she pulled me into the room. She's like, come here, let's talk. I was like, okay. She sat me down, and she was like, babe, like, I had some time to think about it, and she was like, leave. She was like, leave. I was like, you sure, babe? Like, she's like, babe, leave. I'd rather have you spiritually, mentally, physically stable and happy than for us to be thriving financially and my lover is suffering. So leave. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna figure it out. Just keep applying for things to, like, you know, keep us afloat, stuff like that, but leave. I apologize. And when she said that, I looked at her, I kissed her, and I was like, thank you. And then fucking literally the next day, I kid you not, guys, literally the next day, I had two financial opportunities lined up with the same company. So I had an interview. My first interview was at like 10 in the rising. So I went to the interview, had the interview with them. It was to do security at a public school. Then I had this interview at 1 o'clock, and I didn't know what this interview was for. I knew what the first one was for. I didn't know what this one was for, right? I was just, at that point, I was just applying for mad shit. Like, even before me and her sat down and had a conversation, I was applying for mad shit. So I came to this interview, had the interview with the guy. Didn't know where I was. I just seen the name Duke. And I'm like, okay, cool. Didn't hit me. I swear to you, like, on whatever guy you believe in, it didn't hit me. When I seen the name Duke, when I drove up, it didn't hit me. I'm like, okay, like, it's probably look like a Catholic school or like some rich ass high school, something like that. So we had the interview, we talking. Hired me on the spot, loved me, hired me on the spot. And it was for a supervisor position. So boom, it took about 6 weeks, it took about 3 weeks for me to actually start training, because I had to go through a whole bunch of background checks. Like, I didn't know at the time that I was applying for a prestige college, which is Duke University. So that's why it took so long. So boom, I get in, and then I realized, I'm like, this is Duke University. I'm working for Duke. Like, I used to watch them play, and when I was in high school playing basketball, I used to watch I used to watch college basketball all the time. And I'm like, bro, this is Duke University. So it's just so crazy how, like, as soon as I made my mind up and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to live with fear. I'm going to move with faith. And this is why it's super important for you to have a partner who loves you unconditionally. Because with the support of my lover and, me moving with faith and knowing that something is better out there for me. I do not have to struggle mentally, spiritually, physically for money. I don't. I can manifest anything that I want in my life. Me having that attitude, literally the next day got blessed with working at Duke University. And I'm sitting here on a golf cart, driving around the campus on this beautiful night, full moon, and I'm just beyond blessed. Beyond blessed. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I feel like this video is going to help somebody. I don't give a fuck if it's too long and your attention span is only for 2 seconds. Bye. Scroll. But this story that I'm about to tell is for somebody. Like, this story is for you. And I just wanted to share it with you, because there's somebody out there right now. Somebody's going to watch this and be like, and going to leave. They're going to leave a relationship. They're going to leave a financial opportunity. They're going to leave home. They're going to leave school. They're going to leave, and they're going to move with faith, and they're going to make everything that they want possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, this story is meant to help those people. This story is not meant for people who just want to scroll unconsciously on social media. This story is for people who are struggling right now with a decision and too afraid to make it. Jump. And I think that's what I'm gonna name this video. Like, literally working at a prison to working at one of the most prestigious colleges in America. So I trust this video serves you well. I'm happy. I'm doing better. I'm hitting the gym. I'm getting myself back on track with my eating habits. I'm literally up $2,300 right now on my trading account. I got new music coming. Like, I'm just in a very great space. Me and my lover is thriving. You know what I'm saying? We're about to go take a vacation this week. We're just happy. And all it did was all it took was for me to make that decision to leave, to end up here. So I trust this video served you well, and follow me for more inspiration. Follow me on my journey to 100K funded. Peace.